Hi, my name is Felicity Okolo. I'm the author of It Is My Love and I'm in Charge, a book about my personal experience of domestic violence and recommendations on surviving domestic violence. I get so many questions about domestic violence and I've decided to answer some of these questions using videos. Frequently asked question number 4. Who is responsible for the violence?
Who is responsible for the violence? Surely the woman must accept some responsibility because it takes two to tango. Well, the abuser is always responsible for the violence, and let there be no excuse. The abuser has a choice, either to use violence or find a better way of dealing with the situation or resolving a conflict, but they always choose violence because they feel by exerting their strength over their victims, they do not have to compromise their views and they feel strong and in control, whereas the opposite is true. The victim is never, I'll emphasize never, responsible for the abuser's behavior, unless, in my opinion, if the victim attacks the abuser first, which is rare. The victim may have been reacting to the abuser's threats or attacks. The abuser tends to blame the victim, therefore using it as an excuse. People, please note that excuse is a well-calculated lie, and this is also a pattern, which in itself is abuse. Sometimes the abuser convinces the victims that it was their fault, and some victims believe them, and thus will not report the abuse and blame themselves instead by saying they deserved it. Any woman who does that is lying to herself, and this is so wrong. Abusers may also blame something else for his behavior, such as his childhood, his health, drug, or alcohol. This is just a way of avoiding taking responsibility for their actions. It is easy for abusers to convince children that they were to blame for the abuse. Again, this is wrong. Any form of intervention to address domestic violence must view the safety of the victim as priority, and the perpetrator must be held accountable for their actions. There are services such as couple counseling or mediation, which any couple going through such problems can use, but these have been found to have problems because the victim is not comfortable discussing the issue in front of the abuser, which may lead to more violence. Also, the victim may feel under pressure that she should be able to change the perpetrator's behavior, and the victim may find it hard to discuss her true feelings. It is highly suggested that abusers who want to change should attend a perpetrator program. In the UK, more information of this program can be found by visiting www.respect.uk.net. In the US, visit www.duluth-model.org and www.emergedb.com. If you are located outside the UK and the USA, please search for Domestic Violence Perpetrator Program. Plus put your country's name in Google and then contact them to get help.
I have made 20 videos on frequently asked questions about domestic violence and 10 should ask questions about domestic violence that I believe you or someone you know will benefit from. I would love to give them to you for free. To have access to all these videos, all you have to do is click the link on this page or copy it and paste on your browser. And I'll see you on the other side.